Good day, everyone. I am Krijan,
And I am Luis.
and we are Group 2. First, let us tell you what is a computer. Let us hear it from Luis.
What is computer? A computer is a device that can be programmed to store, retrieve, and process data. In other words, a computer is an electronic device that can perform a variety of operations in accordance with a set of instructions called a program. So here are the types of computer and their function. Supercomputer. This computer is at the cutting edge of current processing capacity, especially in terms of calculating speed. It is typically used to perform demanding numerical calculation for jobs like fluid dynamics, theoretical astrophysics, simulations, weather forecasting, and intricate scientific calculation. Mainframe computer. It is a computer that can quickly handle and process enormous amounts of data. It can respond to hundreds of millions of users at once, and its calculating speed can approach millions to tens of millions of instructions per second. Um, it is used mostly in sizable institutions like government, banks, and big businesses. Next one is mini computer or mid-range computer. Mini computer is a type of multi-user computer that lies in the middle of the computing spectrum between the smallest mainframe computers and the largest single-user systems. This type of computer is often affordable, simple, easy to maintain, and compact in size. It is frequently employed in academic settings, research labs, and the industrial sector. Microcomputer or personal computer. A technological device that uses a microprocessor as its as its main processing component or CPU. Uh, in the past, the word microcomputer was frequently used to refer to personal computers, especially to any class of compact digital computers with a CPU that is housed on a single integrated semiconductor chip. Thus, a microcomputer's CPU is a single microprocessor that handles all logical and arithmetic processes. The next one is workstation computer. Workstation computer, a high-end personal computer between microcomputers and mini computers. It has a large capacity memory, external storage, and large screen monitors. It possesses powerful data processing and graphics processing capability. It is used for professional application fields like engineering designs, animation production, scientific research, software development, financial management, information services, simulation, and others. The next is server computer, a computer that processes requests and transmits data to other computers over the internet or a local network. Um, we all know that the web server is one of example of server computer. Next are the components of a computer system and most common problem errors that can occur for each a component. First one is case. Computer case is the enclosure that contains most of the components of a personal computer, excluding the display or monitor, keyboard, and mouse. Motherboard. The motherboard is a printed circuit board where all the computer hardware components will be attached. It acts as a sort of management and connection hub for all of the other parts. Next is CPU or processor. Central Processing Unit, often known as Central Processor, Main Processor, or simply Processor. It is an electronic equipment that carries out the instruction included in a, in a computer program. Next one is CPU cooler. A CPU cooler is a device made to remove heat from the enclosure's various components, including the system CPU, graphics card, GPU. Its function is to process all visual information and output it as visuals, images, user interfaces, and GUI on the monitor. Memory, RAM. If you were to relate a computer to a brain, the short-term memory would be random access memory, RAM. Data that is actively being processed by the CPU is kept in the RAM. Although RAM can read and write data relatively quickly, it cannot save data after the power is switched off. Next is memory, ROM. When installed on an electronic device, read-only memory frequently remains unmodified. However, some ROM types permit modification. When an electronic device turns off, the data held in a ROM memory chip is not deleted or changed, and most types of ROM cannot be changed without specialist tools or while the device is in use. Power supply or PSU. A power supply unit is a piece of hardware that transforms outlet power into usable power so that the components within a computer can operate normally. In order to power internal computer components, it specifically transforms mains AC into low voltage regulated DC power. Operating system. An operating system is a piece of system software that controls computer resources, hardware, and common services for software programs. Storage. A hardware device which can be used to store digital data and application which may be in the form of images, video, audio, etc. is called a storage device. It is a key component of a computer and the hard drive is one of its example. There are three main storage. One is hard disk drive, next is SATA SSD or Serial Advanced Technology Attachment Solid State Drive. Next is non-volatile memory express. Um, the three are the same, but it is different in based on the speed. The hard disk drive can can process in 100 Mbps. The SATA SSD can process about 500 Mbps, while the NVMe or non-volatile memory express it accommodates up to 7,000 Mbps.
And for their common problems and errors, for the motherboard we have not enough power, frequent crashing, loud squealing sound, start up, computer randomly shuts off. And for processor or CPU, we have booting issues, frequent shutdowns, beeping noises, freezing, blue screen of death. And for CPU cooler, it has an this error can occur, fan noise, and system instability. Next. For graphics card, we have stuttering, glitches, strange artifacts, blue screen may occur, and fan noise. For memory, RAM and ROM, blue screen of death, random crashes of reboots, distorted graphics on your computer screen, and many others. For power supply, we have input over voltage and under voltage, output over power and over current, reverse polarity, temperature issues, missing external components. And for the monitor, flashing indicator light, the screen doesn't display anything, the screen is dead, see a picture but no lightning, dim backlight, sometimes the screen turns off. And lastly, for operating system, the computer continually restarts without displaying the desktop. The computer locks up without any error messages. When you run a program, a missing or corrupt DLL messages is displayed. And for the third question, we have different ways on how to maintain the computer system and how to troubleshoot those errors or problems. First, dust your keyboard using compressed air. Use a compressed air canister for difficult to reach spots or area like the spaces between the keyboard keys. Next, wipe down your monitor. When you buy a computer, it frequently comes with a microfiber cleaning cloth for the for the best cleaning results. Use this cloth or buy one that is similar. Clean your system thoroughly. The casing can be opened by removing the screws from the location. Don't vacuum the computer's interior. To prevent damage, utilize the compressed air canister from step 1 on the interior. Next, defragment the hard drive. This is the most vulnerable component in terms of computer performance. This is why defragmenting your hard disk once a month is so important. Restarting or turning off your PC every so often. Even while it's not required to shut down modern computers every night, periodic restarts do help to refill system resources. Next, avoid overheating your device because piles of papers and other items on your computer may cause it to overheat. Keep your desk area neat and clutter free. And when you are troubleshooting, make sure to write down your steps, take notes about the error messages, always check the cables, and lastly restart the computer. And for this report, we have some of our references. And now that we finish our report, hope you guys would remember it by heart and practice it so you can be prepared once you make this a living. Once again, we are Group 2 and thank you. Have a nice day.